Good morning, dear student. So today we will going to discuss about the Python programming, and in this Python programming that you can see here data visualizations with the matplot and data frame pie graph and histogram. That means today's topic especially that we will going to discuss about the pie graph. We have done the pie graph more, and this is some more explanation on based on the pie graph. And after the pie graph, then what we will going to have a histogram, the implementations of the histogram, that how we can implement the histogram. So this is what we can see, this is what we can find it, that we will going to have this particular pattern. So let us see what the programs are there and how we can have this particular program to be implemented. Okay, so let us see the program. Now see this particular program that where we have a Python program to design the pie graph. In this particular pie graph, what we will going to have that pie graph with a color and the legend. That means here we are finding that we will going to give a color, and we will use the legend. So see here what the things it has been given. As you can find it, that the labeling that has been done. So np dot first what we have done, we have imported matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. After we have import the matplotlib pyplot as plt, then we have done the import numpy as np. So numpy also has been imported here as np, and as we find this numpy has imported here as np. So here you can see that y equals to np dot array. So np dot array means 35, 25, 25 and 15. So those the array value that has been given, and after these the things that has been given, that we can see, and we can structure it, those the part. And as we are structuring those the sections, as we find that those the particular sections what are there. So in these sections what we have, what we can find it, that first we have given what my levels. So my levels, there we have given some name, and as we have given the my levels, after that what we have done the color. See here that color, using the color we haven't done it previously. So today we have used this particular color here. So in this particular area that we can find that we can have it, and then what has been given, that plt dot py, that y comma label, my levels, and color equals to my color. Okay, then plt legend and plt show. So this is what you see, that some of the changes in this particular program we have done. So what is the program that we have find, that we have run it? First we have seen it, that import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So matplotlib pyplot, what we find, that those the matplotlib pyplot, we are using this particular thing as what, as a plt. That means we are calling this particular structures. So as we are calling this particular structures, in this particular structures what we have, or what we find, that under the library file of a matplot dot pyplot, we are calling the pyplot under the matplotlib function, isn't it? Under the matplotlib function we are calling the pyplot. So there we have what the numpy. Numpy also we are calling here numpy as np. So as we are calling the numpy as np, there we find it that we are having the particular pattern, or we are having this particular structure. So as we are having this particular pattern, or as we are making this particular structure, so in this particular pattern or particular structures that we have in this particular pattern, or particular structures that we have framed it here. So all these particular pattern that are been constructed in the form of what, in the form of a pyplot and numpy, isn't it? Why numpy is here? Because we have to construct, we have to create one structures or one pattern. We have to create one structures or one pattern. That array, see here we have created what, np dot array. Np dot array means what, that 35, 25, 25 and 15. So np dot array, we have created this array. So as we have created this particular array, as we find that when we have created those arrays, those the arrays what are there, those the part of array that we can find it, that with what then we can create. So we can create those array with the help of what, np. Np means what, np means numpy. That means we have to call a numpy library files here. And another thing is that matplotlib. Matplotlib is one of the important part. Without the matplotlib, we cannot create the pyplot. Okay, so pyplot, what is there, that this is the pyplot that we find, that we are using those pyplot system, we are creating those pyplot system. So those the pyplot system, what is there, those the pyplot system that we are structured, and we can find that we are using those pyplot system for designing our graph. So our graph require a pyplot. Without the pyplot we cannot design it. Now you see here that as we are having the pyplot, next what you can see, what we can find it here, that there is a my levels. Okay, so in my levels what I have given, the names of the particular thing, those the particular thing, what are the things, that apple, banana, cherries and dates. Okay, so these the things what we have given, this the part that we have given here. We organized it and we give it. Now my color means what, now by saying it my color, I am giving some colors there. So what are the colors that we can find, what are the color there, I have given here many colors you can give. Suppose I have given here orange, then hot pink, then B for black, and that is, there is one code of the color has been given. So if you don't know the code, it is not required that you have to give the code. You can give the name of the color, any color name, like gray, pink, yellow, orange, all these different color names. What are the color names are there, you can use those color names, you can give those color names, isn't it? So these are the color names that are been given here. So when you have given those color names, when you find it that those the color names are there. So each of this particular color that we are having, and we are making it, we can find it, and that we can work on this particular color, isn't it? Next what we can find, that plt.py y comma level equals to my levels and color equals to my colors. That means here what we are constructing or what we are giving, here first level. Level means what, those the names what has been given here, those the names has been used as a level part. And then my color, in the my color, what colors is been used as a my color. That means here you can use the color in this particular way. So how many sections are there, that many section color you will going to define. Like here we have a 4 section, so 4 color name we have given, and after we have given the 4 color name, then what we can find and what we can do, that particular thing, what we can find, that particular thing is here, that we are going to make, we are going to have this particular structures, and we are going to use this particular structure, isn't it? So those the particular structures that we are making, those the particular structures that we are constructing. Each and every structures that we are calling here those colors, and we are making the color here. So as we are making the color here, next you see here the legend. We find here that there is a legend there, and legend is what we can see, and that legend we know that is a naming or one particular box on which we are defining the particular patterns. Okay, defining the things. So as we are defining it, as we are making the particular pattern, there we can find it, that how we can implement it and how we can do it. So this is the legend that we are using. And next is what, next is the show means what, to show the particular table, what the particular table is, what the particular frame that we have constructed. So as we have constructed this, we will see that how we can implement this and how we can work on it. So let us see the output of it. Now here you see the output of this particular graph. What you can see in this particular output, you can find here that you have got different patterns of colors. Okay, so as you find here that there are the different type of colors, that what we have given: orange color, baby or pink color, then this color, and then this color. So blue color, and this particular color name has been given as a number. So if you don't know, you can give the particular thing. So as we can find it, see here, this is the legend portions. Okay, this particular thing that you have, that particular things that you are designing here, this is what the legend is there. So this is how we can design this particular thing. We can make this particular thing. There are a lot of designing options are there. Then we can find that how we can make this design, and how we can work on this design. So as we are working on it, as we are finding the particular structures, so this is how we are making these structures to be worked, and they will going to give the output in this particular way. Okay, so this is what the thing is. This is what is the output that has been derived from there. So as we have give the colors, legend, everything. So this is the implementations. I have shown you how to make separate it also in the previous videos, that how to separate the different sections or a part of a sections, and how we can make this. So this is are the basic things and basic implementations on the pie graph that we have. Now I'm going to move to the another graph that is known as a histogram. So see here in this particular area, this is a program to create an histogram. That means here the value will be taken in a random way. Okay, value will be taken in a random way. That means what the value specification we have given. First and foremost, we have import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Okay, first we have imported this matplotlib.pyplot as plt. After we have imported this particular matplotlib.pyplot as plt, then we have import numpy as np. So these are the two things that we can find. These are the two things that we have the implementations, and as we have these implementations, we can implement those structures, and we can make the particular structure. So as we find it that we have this particular structures, and we are working on this particular structure. So each of these particular structures what we have, and that we are constructing here, we find it here that y equals to what, np dot random dot ran 1000. That means we are constructing here this particular 1000s, and that means up to the value of 1000 the value will be taken in a different ways. Okay, so what we have called here random dot rand, as we have called here random dot rand. So based on this random dot rand, it will going to do it. Then when it will going to do it, then hist will be there. That hist, what to is y, the value of y what will be going to create, that particular value of y will going to hist. Okay, and plt dot show we will find it that we will going to have this particular work. So this is what that we are having, and we are constructing it, isn't it? So we are having and we are constructing it. So this is how that we can find that where we are having this particular pattern, where we are having this particular structure. So in this particular structures, what we can find that we are calling the matplotlib.pyplot, and as we are calling the matplotlib.pyplot, we also import the numpys as np, isn't it? So numpy has been called here as np. Therefore what we find that y equals to np dot random dot rand, np dot random dot rand, that is what, 1000. Okay, np.random.ran, that is the 1000 that we have, and plt.hist, that means we are giving this particular thing, we are having this particular thing. So as we are having this, as we are finding it, that when we are making this particular structures, and when we are having this particular structure, so those the particular structures what is there, those the particular part what is there, so each of every part that we are constructing and we are making, we are constructing the structure in such a way, in such a form, that there we have what how to give the series then. So what we have called here, we have called here the np.random. Okay, we have called here the np.random. So as we find it, that we have here np.random.ran. Rand means what? The randomly the value will going to be taken, isn't it? So whatever the value is there, those the values what are there will be taken randomly. So as we are seeing this, as we are finding this, that this particular value, this particular part, that we have constructions, and we are making this particular constructions of the data. Data will be chosen, data will be taken in the way or in a form that we find that we have it, and we will going to work on it. Okay, we have it and we will going to work on it. So this is the structure that we have, this is the structure that we can find, that when we are constructing them, when we are working on it, we have this particular pattern, and we are making those things in a certain way, or in a certain pattern. So those the certain pattern or the certain way that we are constructing them, and we are making them. So each of this particular pattern, each of this particular type that we have, each of the particular type that we are constructing it, isn't it? So randomly the value will be chosen from 1000. So that is totally depend on the criteria of the Python, that how the Python pyplot will going to select the values. So what to do, draw an histogram. So this particular histogram that it will going to draw, we can see it that in this particular histogram, that plt.hist_y. Okay, plt.hist_y. So when plt.hist_y means what, you have this particular structures, you have this particular pattern, and those the particular pattern that it will going to construct, and it will going to make. So each of this construction, each of this particular structure that it have, each of this particular pattern that it will going to implement. Okay, so those the implementation part that we have, those the implementation section that we find, that we will going to have this particular pattern, and we are making on this particular pattern. Okay, so this is the pattern that we have constructed, this is the pattern that we have seen, that each of this particular pattern they will going to be worked, and they will going to be make that how those patterns are to be influenced. Okay, how those pattern to be influenced by the different sectors, or by the different parts. So those the pattern what we can find, they are been influenced by what, influenced by the different other sector and different other structures. So those the different sectors or the different structures, as we see it, that they are been going to have the work, and they are being implemented those work. So let us see what is the output that we will going to have it from here. Now see here the histogram. In this histogram, what you can see, you can find in this particular histogram that you have this structures, and this is the structures that randomly it has took the value, and based on this random collection of the value, it has calculated it, and this is how the histogram has been developed. Okay, this is how we can find the histogram has been developed, and based on this particular structure, we have the different value. As you move the cursor, you can see based on the different cursor point, it has got a different value. So as you define the values of the histogram, obviously the thing will be created, and obviously the thing will be done. Okay, this is the representation. This is the particular representation that we find that we have here. So thank you for today. I am ending my today's session here. Thank you all.